When it comes to spiritual connections, whatever label we have for them, twin flame, karmic, catalyst, near twin, I mean, I think there's a lot of people that think they meet their twin, but it's actually one of the other. I mean, it's very difficult to know till you progress on to the next connection what your last one was. I mean, I've definitely had a catalyst, and we go through this process of people saying, "Oh, I met my twin, and then I met another twin, and another twin." Now, the whole journey, the labels are kind of irrelevant. They're useful more so we can chat with others and work out what we're going through, but actually, it's all a journey of self. So, why can you not meet a new connection or get a new connection until you've properly let go of the last one? Because there was a lesson to learn. Thing is, people that we meet, they reflect ourselves and they help to trigger our wounds and our issues and bring stuff up to the surface. It's why you can't just, people say, oh, move on, just get rid of them, just block them, you can be better than them and move on. Occasionally this might be your lesson. So in which case you'll be able to move on and you'll meet somebody else and it will be great. But when there was a reason for the spiritual connection, because there was something that you needed to find out about yourself through meeting with that other person who was mirroring your wounds and showing you your issues and your wounds that you need to work on this lifetime, then you can't just simply get rid and move on and move forwards. It's about trying to work out what that person is showing you. So when all your friends say, just cut it, move on, if you genuinely have a spiritual connection with that person, it's really not as simple as that. And you won't be able to meet somebody new, or certainly not somebody new and different, till you've reflected upon what that person is there to bring into your life and to change. Sorry, I think there's mad noise going on behind me as they're doing the garden. I'm drinking my watermelon and mint smoothie. I've been very focused on my health at the moment. I'm always mega healthy, but I feel like I've stepped it up to a whole new level lately. So yeah, it's not really about just ditching people and moving on. Occasionally you will find that guidance. The guidance will be, yeah, you're done here. You can move on for a period or a time, or you can move on for good. And then you'll probably find if you took something from that experience and you learned and you grew, the next person will come in and it will be a slightly better experience and there'll be new lessons to learn. So we're constantly on this evolutionary path of self and a journey to discovering self and of clearing wounds and baggage that has built up from ancestral lines, our childhood, and potentially past lives as well. And we're just meeting people that are reflecting us at different stages of the journey. So cutting somebody off is just never going to work. You can cut them off, but only with realization of what you needed to do, why you're doing it. So every time you meet a connection, just remember they're showing you about the connection within yourself. We all go through the stage of blame and, yeah, but why am I meeting this person? Why do I meet so many dickheads and blah, blah, blah. And it's so easy to get caught and lost down that trap. But really, they're just showing you things that you have within yourself that you need to work on and heal. So rather than, even if you have no contact with somebody, you can still, if there's a connection there, they're showing you about your connection to self. So there is something that you can sit and work with. You don't have to be seeing each other every day to have a connection to somebody. It might be the connection that you have to a famous celebrity and you really believe you're soulmates or you're twin flames and you're meant to be with them, but that's fine. None of us can judge anybody for who they think is their connection. It doesn't even matter what the person who thinks they're a connection thinks, because it's got nothing to do with them. It's about you and your journey to self. So if you have a connection to somebody and it's a genuine connection, it's a soul connection, everything else doesn't matter, because it's about learning from that connection what it is that you need to take out of that. And then it will either drift away and it will become obsolete and you will no longer feel it anymore, and you will meet somebody new, or that person will step in a different way, and then you'll have more to go with them. So, I mean, really, that's what the twin flame. They're the person that shares your core wound on an exact frequency level. So they're the ones that can really take you right the way to the source. But there's other people that can take you so far along the journey, you'll really know the twin flame because you just won't outgrow them, because you're both growing together to source. And other people might feel really super intense, but they're kind of preps and markers to get you to that point. But they're all there for a reason, and you shouldn't really treat any of them any differently to a twin flame. So if you're researching twin flame stuff, that's fine, even if it's not a twin flame, because the whole journey is about looking into why you have that connection, what it's showing you about your connection to yourself, and really just delving into the wounds and the issues that it brings up. And for that, maybe you can do it on your own, maybe you need to go for coaching. However you're guided to do it, the more present you can be, the more you can sit still and listen to where your guidance is pulling you, and who to go to, and who you resonate to, and who you think might be able to help you at each step. On my journey, I've been to several people, and each one I was guided. And if I went when I wasn't guided, I never got anything out of it. So always just try to be still, mindful, present, and then you'll get things that come up. And if you feel guided to go to somebody, then do it. Or if you feel guided to do something, or something might give you clarity, because the whole thing is just different aha moments and different clarities of what this person is showing you about yourself. And as soon as we realise that, the sooner we can speed through the journey and through the steps, because we're no longer sitting and blaming and feeling like a victim and wondering why we have a connection to this person that doesn't message back or doesn't want us, or any kind of scenario you find yourself in. It's not really, just because they're not in your life doesn't mean you can't use them as a marker for growth, because there's a reason why you're feeling that connection to them. So it's about going into yourself and working out why. And only then will you be able to lose the connection and get a new one, or experience it on a deeper level. And that's really dependent on what level the connection is. So no use running away. Just keep working on yourself and finding out why you're having the connection that you're having, and why it boils down to yourself. Sorry, I hope I don't repeat myself too much in these videos, because I don't really write things down. I just allow things to come through as they're meant to, and it's not so easy when you're live, but I try and keep them all under 10 minutes if possible, because I think that's modern day attention span. And yeah, I hope you found that useful.